Thoughts are not the key to successful manifestation. Feelings are not the key. Even vibrations are not the key. So, what is? Hi, my name is Gorr and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we will talk about the key to a successful manifestation. But to know that, first of all, we need to know how manifestation happens. What is the mechanism of successful manifestation? I already did a video on this topic, maybe it will appear somewhere here. So here I will only explain it briefly. So there are a few levels of successful manifestation. For human beings, our manifestation happens from the deepest levels of our consciousness, from the level of state. Then it comes to vibrations, feelings, thoughts, actions, and finally things being realized into the reality. So the deeper your manifestation starts, the quicker and better it will be realized in your reality. So to use your manifestation potential at the full power, you need to be manifesting from the level of state. And in this video I will tell you just how to do that. But what is the state, you might ask? Well, the state is something that exists even before any explanation, before explanation itself. So it can be explained in various ways. I understand the state as an intention to vibrate at a certain level, as an intention to experience certain vibrations. So the state is something that happens before the vibration itself. It is something that is deeper than feelings, than thoughts, than everything else that is available to us, to human beings. So now that we know what the state is and how it affects our manifestation, we need to know how to change it so we get the best possible outcome. In previous videos, I already did the explanation part, so this video will be about practice. The first thing that you need to do in terms of changing your state from the perspective of getting our desire come true into the reality. You need to imagine that your wish is already realized, already came true. But do not just visualize the picture of your wish come true. You need to imagine all sides of your wish, all colors that it will bring to you when it's realized. Imagine what will you be doing when your wish is realized. How will you feel? What people will surround you? Where will you live? What car will you be driving? What will your body look like? What will you be eating every day? What will you be doing? But visualize it like it is not the future, but it already happened. Visualize it like it is already your life. So when you're done visualizing the outer image of your desire, you need to think about what feelings will accompany you. You need to imagine how you will react on certain situations. How will you feel when you get up from your bed? How will you feel when you eat your breakfast? When you go to your work? When you do what you like? When you spend time with people you love? You need to think and feel about what kind of person is living your desired life. What kind of person are you in your desired life? And take a note that this is not some other person. It is you, but just in different circumstances, in a different timeline. So it's not just one feeling, like I am happy, or I am proud, or I don't know, I am abundant. It's the complex of different feelings that fulfill you when your desire is realized. It is a complex of different thoughts, feelings, and vibrations that make this state. Feel it. Use some time to feel it all. What are you in your realized desire? Who are you in your reality when your desire is realized? Take your time on visualizing it, on imagining it, on feeling your inner state in that reality. Take your time. If you don't feel the feelings that you'll be having in your desired reality, then just think about how do you want to feel in the reality where your wish is realized. Just think it out. For example, in the reality where my wish is realized, I want to feel happy, I want to feel loved, I want to feel abundant, and I want to feel healthy. So think about the complex of all these feelings, all these vibrations. Maybe you don't even know the names of these feelings, but you just remember the feeling itself. So just think about these feelings and visualize them into your desired reality. So now that you know the state that you will be having when your wish realized into your reality, you need to just feel this state on your daily basis. And for that, you don't need to spend time visualizing your desired reality. Of course, you can do that if you want, if it brings you happiness, if the visualization itself brings you joy. But if it doesn't, then just feel this state, feel this complex of feelings. If you cannot just feel feelings out of nowhere, then I have a way for you to do that. The first way is just imagining your desired reality. Don't visualize it in all details, but just start, and this state, these feelings will catch you up. And the second way is remembering your past. So basically, if you know what feelings you want to have when your desire realized, that means that you already know these feelings. That means that you already have experienced them. So you need to just remember your past. Remember the times, remember the moments when you felt those feelings. For example, I felt a lot of joy when my parents gifted me a dog. Or I remember this one time when I felt especially abundant, when I just could get to the store and buy anything without even looking at the price, and something like that. Or for example, I remember when someone did something good to me and I remember this feeling of being loved, etc. Then you need to separate this memory from this feeling. So you remember this memory, you remember this feeling that you was feeling then. And then you try to concentrate only on this feeling, only on this vibration that you want to bring to your desired reality. You separate this memory from your feeling, so you concentrate on your feeling, not on your memory. And you start to feel it. If you practice it, I think maybe for 1 week or 2 weeks, at most maybe 1 month, then you will have an ability to just feel the feeling out of nowhere. And just like that, you separate the feelings from your memories and you bring them all inside you. And now you have this state. Now you have the state that you want to feel or you will be feeling when your wish is realized. So after you manage to do that, you need to do only 2 things on a daily basis. The first thing is pretty easy. You just sit down quietly and cultivate your desirable inner state, even when you don't see the results in outer world still. It is just like morning running. You just sit down quietly and spend 10 or 15 minutes to cultivate your inner state. Cultivate it the way I just told you. Remember your past, separate your feelings and feel them, or just visualize your desired reality and feel the state that you will be feeling when your desires are realized. Spend on it as much time as you want, but at least 10 minutes a day. The best time to do that is morning after you wake up or the night before you go to sleep. Just do it every day, even without seeing the results in outer reality, because the reality is a mirror of our inner state, but it works with time delay. So don't lose your hope too quickly. You need to believe it and it will eventually come true. Remember this, the reality creates from inside out, not from outside in. Do not react on bad things in life. Be proactive, not reactive. The second thing is a bit harder. You need to maintain this inner state throughout all day. It sounds like a hard thing, sometimes even impossible, but I assure you, if you manage to cultivate your inner state every day, then eventually it will be possible. You will feel this state throughout all day, and with this practice, your wish, your desire will be eventually realized. Just remember, don't lose your hope. Don't react to bad things. that happens in reality. Maybe these bad things are what eventually will bring you to your desired reality. So that's it for today's video. If you resonated with this information, if you're feeling like seeing more content from me on this topic about manifestation, about the structure of reality, then this wish can be realized very easily. You just subscribe to my channel, like this video, and click the bell button. If you feel especially motivated by this information, you even can leave a comment. Thank you for watching and see you next time.